What's up? It's your boy CoreyB. So, what I want to talk about today is just the idea of knowing what you know and knowing what you don't know. It's an important concept to wrap your head around because when you're growing a business, when you're investing in stocks, you're investing in properties, you have to know where your knowledge is limited. Now, that doesn't mean you can't expand your knowledge. I absolutely always encourage everyone to continue to expand their knowledge, to learn more, to grow more. I don't believe anybody should be pinned down to one skill or one particular avenue of business. So ultimately, you should always constantly be developing your skills and diversifying, you shouldn't have all your eggs in one basket. You know what I'm saying? You gotta spread out. There's gotta be a give and a take, and but the thing is, like I said, you've got to know where your limitations are. And I don't say limitations as a bad thing. People see the word limitations as it's like something you're unable to do. It's not something you're unable to do. It's just understanding when other people's knowledge or expertise exceeds that of your own. And that's okay. It's okay for you to be human. It's okay for you to not know everything. So, prime example is my new channel that I've just launched that you are watching right now. I've got a manager managing my channel. I've got a manager who's managing my previous channel, which is now known as Bayless Boys. If you're not subscribed, you should be. But he's managing that channel as well as managing this channel. I know that I love creating content. I love helping people to grow and excel in their business, but I also know that I've got a lot of knowledge to put out there. I've got a lot of things that I want to do. And, as far as developing, marketing and advertising, that takes a lot of research. That takes a lot of time. And there's levels of marketing that I'm really skilled in, but there's also levels that there's different avenues that my expertise is limited. Now, I could spend the time to learn and develop that expertise, but I could also outsource that as well. And that's what I'm choosing to do. I'm choosing to allow someone to do that for me so that way I can continue to focus on other things. And see, that's another aspect of it, is not just a limitation on your knowledge, but you are but one person. If you're really, I say it all the time, I'm building an empire for my family. I'm building an empire. An empire, okay, everybody knows Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day, but Rome was also not built by one person. One man did not build Rome. So if I'm building an empire, my empire must be managed and ran and functioned by many worker bees. If you're building an empire, you're building a business, you're building a company, a brand, you've got to have workers, you've got to have knowledge, you've got to have people that can help you, you've got to have resources. Resources are important. You've got to know the things that you are capable of getting done, and you've got to know where to prioritize your time and your talents and your treasure. Man, that's biblical right there, okay? The 3 T's, time, talent, treasure. Where you put those is what's most important. You got to be able to put your time, talent, and treasure into God, into your family, and into your business. But you can't spread yourself so thin that your business is lacking, that you're limiting your ability to exceed or excel or branch out in other areas. I did that. I did that for years. I thought I had to do everything by myself. And while I was trying to do everything by myself, jumping from this foot to that foot, I was limiting the capabilities. I was limiting the reach that I had by trying to get everything done by myself. I know a lot of people do it. Everybody does it. I mean, we all get there. We try to build a business, and ultimately, when you're building your business and when you're first getting off the ground, ultimately you're limited in your resources. You're limited in your finances. You're limited. So ultimately, you've got to find ways that you can get around that. Well, where can I branch out, and where can I? And we've got to be willing to seek out expertise, and that's where that idea of you got to spend money to make money. That's a true thing. You've got to be willing to allow people to get their hands on what you're doing. If you're the only hands that are operating it, man, you've only got 2 of them. How much can you really get done with just your 2 hands? This, like I said, this seems like such a simple concept, but so frequently, so many of us fail at this. This is what limits us in our ability to be an entrepreneur and to grow a business and to build a brand and develop it, is because we try so hard to build something. We got this idea. We're like, okay, we got this great idea. I'm going to start putting it together. I'm going to start working on the web. I'm going to sit at my computer. And as you're making things happen, as you're developing things, you forget that at some point you've got to be willing to reach out to other people who are experienced, skilled, that they can give you more knowledge that you don't have, or they can allow their expertise or their hands to be an extension of your hands. Like I said, it's a simple concept, but so frequently all of us miss it. I did for many years. I don't want you to. You've got to be willing to seek out. There's many coaches. There's consultants. There's people who have a particular expertise in this field or that field. Whatever it is you're doing, there's somebody who knows something that maybe you don't. Nobody is expected to do this alone. Don't think you have to. I hope y'all stay tuned. I hope this helps you. I hope this gives you some perspective, because that's what I really want to do. I really want to give you the ability to grow and develop your brand and grow and develop your business. And I want to give you some knowledge that maybe, just a perspective that maybe you hadn't thought of yet. I was there once. All of us were. And I'm still growing today, and I hope you are. No matter what level you're on, there was always something bigger. So let's keep growing. Let's keep learning. Be sure you give your boy some love. Hit that subscribe button, ding your bell, get your notifications. Stay tuned, because I've got more coming at you. I'm going to keep laying it down. I'm going to keep giving you more and more content on a regular basis. We're going to grow this channel, and I'm going to help y'all grow your business while I'm growing mine. Y'all stay tuned. It's your boy CoreyB, and I'm out.